Little people. Big world Jeremy Roloff claims traumatizing childhood. Matt Roloff gets reality check with obscene Aaron Brenters. Hello little people. Big world fans, please hit the subscribe button for more update. LPBdo. Jeremy Roloff claims traumatizing childhood. Jeremy Roloff often refers to what some people describe as tin hat theories. Well, his latest story drew a connection between his childhood and Vietnam vets, or survivors getting out of the war-torn country. Little people. Big world fans tried to figure out what the TLC alum was trying to say. After all, if his childhood was so traumatizing, why would his wife, Audrey, suggest he's tough enough to win Survivor? Jeremy Roloff grew up on a lovely farm. From LPBdo. TLC fans know that Matt Roloff worked hard to give his family a good life on their farm in Oregon. From an authentic-looking castle for his daughter Molly and her siblings to play in and more, the kids seemed to have it all. In the first season of the show, viewers saw Zach and his twin enjoying a camping trip. And many more vacations followed. Jeremy Roloff lived a lifestyle that many little people, big world viewers envy. For example, his mom stayed home and made sure they always had nice meals and treats. Then, there was the annual pumpkin season with all sorts of things to delight a child. Okay, the trebuchet was a disaster in season 3, but the rest of it looked wonderful. For outsiders looking in, it seems incomprehensible that the average-sized twin would compare his childhood to Vietnam. Little people big world fans discuss a strange comparison. Zach Roloff's twin took to his Instagram stories and shared a short reel of someone who talked about his children running marathons. Without much context, it seemed that something bad had happened in one of those true crime stories. The person in the reel talked about parts of Africa and women. The caption by Jeremy Roloff drew more attention than someone talking about children who ran marathons and Africa's women. Man, so crazy. I remember being told to get out of the house as a kid. My mom would literally lock us out of the house, and I would find something to do for hours on end. Or I would simply be bored and watch the clouds pass through the tree branches. I feel like being born in 1990, I was on the last chopper out of Nam concerning a childhood free from this new era of existence. What is Jeremy talking about? Shared on Reddit, the OP put up an emoji to hide their thoughts expressed in the caption. Really, Jeremy? Little people. Big world fans soon started bashing the former TLC star for comparing his childhood to Vietnam. What about all the cruise ships you went on? All the fans you made fun of? Poor baby. Spoiled brat POS. He acts like he wasn't sleeping in until 2 p.m. and trashing the house. Am I cool because I went outside without my parents locking me out? Oh mean, we literally watched it on TV. If the crew wasn't there, they'd be in bed and staying up all night playing video games. I remember being so jealous of their upbringing. They had a huge farm, the pirate ship, the pumpkin patch. Jer was popular among his group. I remember for Molly, they did a huge water slide thing. I was so envious of how spoiled they were. Jeremy Roloff often rants about things in life, but unfortunately, he doesn't always express himself with much context or clarity. Was he really comparing his little people, big world life to the Vietnam War? One TLC fan interpreted it differently. To be clear, he's not saying his childhood was like coming home from Nam. What he is saying is that he was lucky to be raised in an era where he was allowed to roam free outdoors and play in an unstructured, unorganized way. The luck is that he was able to have such a childhood, and he feels like he was one of the lucky people who got on the last helicopter out of Nam, because he was one of the last few kids who wasn't raised to be indoors and attached to electronics. He's not saying his childhood was like fighting in a war. It's still a stupid, insensitive illusion, made worse that I am pretty certain Jeremy couldn't find Vietnam on a map if asked. What are your thoughts about Jeremy Roloff comparing his childhood to Vietnam? Do you think he complained about his upbringing? Or was the former TLC cast member expressing his gratefulness that he lived in a safer era? Let us know in the comments below, and come back here for all your LPB news. Matt Roloff gets reality check with obscene Aaron Brenters. Matt Roloff freaked out his ex-wife Amy Roloff when he decided to sell the portion of land that he bought from her. That didn't work, so he turned it into an errand, and TLC fans saw that he worried about obscenities done in the home by renters. The Little People, Big World show premiered season 25 on Tuesday, and he spoke with his fiancée, Karen Chandler, about it. Matt Roloff listed and delisted the mansion. After attempting to sell the section of the farm without success, TLC fans saw that it went up as a rental. Then, it went back for sale rather than remaining a rental. Anyway, it ended up listed and relisted a few times. Most recently, rumors arrived that the LPBdo star planned a private sale to a friend. Little People, world fans suspected that Matt Roloff's business venture with his elaborate rental failed. That came after the home appeared back on the property market. For many people, it seems that the price might be too high. Meanwhile, other critics on social media felt it might feel awkward with photos of the TV stars on the walls. Little People, Big World star gets reality checked. Recently, TLC fans slammed Christine Brown from Sister Wives for putting limits on reservations on her rental in Mold. Only experienced Aaron Brenters may book it. Maybe Matt Roloff had good reason to do the same thing. Anyway, he got a reality check and fans heard about it during a premiere. The Sun reported that Little People, Big World patriarch Matt Roloff raised his concerns about obscene renters on the TLC show. So, he had to enact strict new rules for potential renters. The TLC star told Karen, "You can't come over here and create up a zero or no video or something. I mean, that's what it's come down to. It would show up, and somebody would say, 'Isn't that the Roloff living room?'" The LPBdo star also said in a confessional, "People were filming, and we didn't know if they were filming like dirty, obscene stuff." It seems that the place might have been sold to a private buyer, so perhaps the problems with rentals became something they relegated to the too hard basket. What are your thoughts about Matt Roloff suspecting that people who rented his mansion listed with Aaron behaved obscenely? Do you agree that he might have taken it off the market because of disgusting behavior? Imagine some nasty footage emerging with recognizable decor and scenery as the farm where Amy raised her children. Sound off in the comments below, and come back here for all your Little People, Big World news. Thanks for watching these videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.